All right, how we doing this morning, ladies and gentlemen? Today's the 8th October. It's about 8 o'clock, actually, to be exact, 7:52. And I hope everybody's being safe out there and doing well. Just, have a few thoughts on my mind about this guy. I believe his name is Cavanagh. Okay, I forgot his first name. All right, this is the guy that quote unquote allegedly killed this George Floyd guy in Minneapolis. This is back in March. Was released from prison, and it probably shouldn't have been surprised. I wasn't really surprised at all. That maybe I figured, okay, it's either he was going to get off, even if he did get locked up. Probably the most he would have done was 2 or 3 years. He was just probably going to do a little time, be transferred out of general population probably within 3 or 4 months, and end up going to another state and probably change his identity. This stuff happens. Okay, but I kind of was surprised that he got out this early, but then again, I wasn't surprised. Inevitably, he would have got out. He just would have did a little bit of time. All those guys are out now, okay? So, although the rest of those guys were, quote unquote, guilty by association. So, again, it's just my beliefs about it. All right, I believe that this is a ploy. There's theory of this actually happening, or it didn't happen the way that people thought that it happened. Like some people, or at least there's some type of theory that George Floyd didn't even die, okay? Could be. But whether he's dead or not, okay, whether this is scripted or not, which I think that there is some fluidity to that, then this is all according to some type of plan, basically to reform the police. I don't think it was anything to get caught up over. All you could do is probably just protest. You do what you can, maybe to go to the city hall, maybe have town meetings or whatever with the police or with the mayor for change and all that. Okay, you can get lawyers and politicians involved, but they want this to happen. They want it to happen to where, okay, people go out and protest. All right, now I believe that you do have bona fide, genuine people to protest and all that, but then again, you do have some of them are paid activists. Okay, them guys are chilling though on planes. They get to have paid vacations and all that, chilling in hotels. Okay, they'll go out there and they protest, and you also have paid instigators. Okay, and those guys are paid. That's a fact. Okay, where they'll have bricks set up, and they'll have certain areas with certain routes and so forth. Okay, to fire people up to start riot. Okay, so these guys will start a riot. The riot break out, and those guys go run off somewhere. All right, while people are getting arrested. Okay, they're busting up into shops and all this other stuff, which has nothing to do with the death of George Floyd, or the death of a black man, or the death of Breonna Taylor. And speaking of which, when these guys got out of prison for Breonna Taylor, or when they were pretty much found not guilty, that was like a week and a half ago? I mean, people protested a little bit, but it seemed like it's almost not even a big deal for this girl. They got, killed or whatever, okay? For whatever reason that happened in that house, and there's conspiracy theories behind that, or about what happened in that house. But whether it was these deaths or protests are scripted, or it really happened, is according to some type of plan. I think it's according to probably us having a deeper understanding, okay, about the way that this quote-unquote Saturnian system works, all right, because the police is a Saturnian organization, okay? Their main goal is to tax you, Okay, if they cannot tax you, they're going to incarcerate you. All right, and to be more, I hope that you guys will be, that listening to this, be more tactful when it comes to police. Now, I'm not trying to take sides at all right, but back to the protests. I believe that a lot of these protests are scripted, okay, I believe that there's some good causes with the Me Too or the Black Lives Matter movement or whatever, but they're not supported by people that look like me, not at all, okay? So actually they, allegedly, supported by a man named George Soros, okay, which is a white Caucasian Caucasian socialist. No disrespect to white people at all right? And you can even look on the front page, because it's really not about supporting the black man or whatever, okay? It's really about supporting the LGBT community, okay, to be able to boast them up, all right? Which I have really nothing against. I believe that the LGBT community should be treated with dignity and respect. I believe that they should not be discriminated when it comes to jobs and so forth. But, I do have my personal beliefs about, maybe like religiously about that group. But, hey, it's also an organization as well, and we have to respect that. But, I believe that, okay, like what the mission is, it contradicts the purpose. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so why don't they just have a different movement? Okay, not saying that they can't go out there and protest or whatever. Anybody can go protest. In fact, you have a lot of white people out there protesting. Well, let's say whereas 60 years ago, many people that look like me. Now that they're out there, protest, feel as though they're being treated with injustice after this COVID thing or whatever, and basically with the shutdown is basically a house arrest. Although I do know that it is a livelihood thing, yes, but with things remaining closed, okay, issuing out stimulus checks and kids being out of school, government or society cannot function, okay, but so long. People are losing businesses every day. There's like 1 in 4 of these small businesses are losing, okay, are being closed down every day. I could take you from here, my place, maybe like 4 miles down, okay, to the interstate, and you have several businesses that are closed, which are very, very unfortunate. And I know how it is, because I used to have a business and I lost my business or whatever. So it could be a blessing in disguise, but just the way all this stuff is just taking place is just, all this stuff is happening is just amazing. I don't want to digress too far, but then again, it shouldn't really be that much of a surprise, but this is a ploy to try to get people fired up or whatever, to protest, okay, go out, try to burn more buildings, break into and loot more stores, all right, more assaults on the police, because at the end of the day, it's big business, okay? The businesses that get broken into, they're going to be insured, okay? They have cameras out there that can identify people by facial recognition now, all right? And again, with those people being drawn in with the legal system, whatever, like the legal system, they're going to end up making money. It's all this is really, in the end of the day, is just big business. Then you have your police form, and then I'm thinking in the next few years they're going to look at
you have 10 new text messages.
Compensating guns and all that. Okay, I was looking to see what that text message is about. So a lot going on today. That's going to be the next step, and I know a lot of people are not having that, especially in the South, where people love their guns, where I'm from, and they'll be on the brink of a civil war. But it'll be the police reform first, what's going on now, and then the attempt to try to confiscate guns, or it's going to be a lot harder to get them if they can't confiscate them. So you have to really look at the big picture here. And you guys that are protesting, that are trying to be genuine about it and doing the right thing, keep doing what you do. I hope you guys encourage others to protest peacefully, all right, and maybe trying to find civilized ways to work with the law enforcement and government, and not to do anything to cause your fellow protesters to be arrested or incarcerated. So there's a method behind the madness of this guy being let out and these 2 alleged killings. Okay, so that's my thought for the day. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you like this channel, feel free to subscribe and check out my other channels, Street Rat 702 and the Remnant one. Okay, I have those links in my first video on my page. Again, thanks for listening. You all have a wonderful day.